Hello my hooping buddies. Today I'd like to show you how to add some stippling or a quilting design around something that you've already appliqued. This is an applique, a couple flip-flops, and I want to go ahead and let's put some quilting design just around the flip-flops and not into the blue area or into the this outer part. So what we had to do here is this didn't quite fit in the hoop. I wasn't able to hoop it up, so I just stitched on. I used a basting stitch to add some pieces here so that I could get it into my 9.5 by 14 hoop. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and use the IQ designer that's made for the Baby Lock or the Brother machines, and the way that works is this it's an app, and I'm going to go photo frame for creating design. And what it does is it has me hold this up here level for 3 seconds, and it puts it right inside. Takes a nice picture of it, and now it's in position on the frame. I'm going to send it to the machine, so I'm going to send it to the machine. It should be there in a minute. Okay, so it was sent to the IQ designer, it says. So we're going to go ahead and take this over to the machine, and I'm going to mount it up, and I'm going to show you in IQ designer how to put that stippling or some design around these flip-flops. Alright, we're at the Baby Lock Altair, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to IQ designer, and then we're going to come up here to this little leaf over here, and it says right here, importing an image file. So we can do that by USB stick or from over the air, the Wi-Fi, which is what we did. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to hit this top file here. And there's our flip-flops came up in the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and set that. Alright, and as you can see, it is in the screen here, and I can either make that darker or make it lighter. And my idea is, what I like to work with is I like to work with it as maybe a little bit lighter. That's good right there. But now what we have to do in order to put the stippling or the design that we pick inside this area here is we have to tell the IQ designer how to do that. So in order to do that, we're going to have to draw a frame around here, and we're also going to have to outline the flip-flop in order to make that happen. So we can do that two ways on this machine, with this stick, or we can do it with a mouse. So I'm going to do probably a little bit of both so you can see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this image up. So I'm going to go up to 200. And as you see here, we can see this part of the flip-flop. Now up in this screen you can see the box that we're operating with, and we can move that around anywhere we want so that we can get to what we're doing. And I think we were somewhere right there. So I'm going to go ahead and move that mouse out of the way. What we're going to do is we're going to select our pencil right here, and then we're going to draw a line the best we can, close, just a hair off of this. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're just going to go ahead and draw a line. And we're just going to go ahead and take our time, and we'll draw that as, yeah, I'm going to come back up and I'm going to go this way. Alright, so I kind of don't like the way that was right there. So if you're too close or you get messed up, just hit reverse and erase all of it. So it's also a good idea that you take some breaks. So I'm going to do it with the mouse this time. And we'll go here, and we're going to go. So I'm going to try to keep it a little bit away from the shoe. So I'm going to stop right there. So that's good. So you have to make this loop continuous. So we're just going to go ahead and continue down with this. And the reason I stop is if I mess up, I can go ahead and go erase, and it doesn't have to go. Now see, I'm going out too far right there, so I'm going to go ahead and hit undo, and I'm going to start over again from that area. So I'll just go ahead and take that, and I'm going to come down. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go ahead and start again. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly, I don't care for that, a little too far away. So let's just go ahead and move this up here. And I'll go ahead and continue from maybe here. And I don't like that, I got a little sloppy, so I'm going to go ahead and redo it. I don't like that one. And notice this line does not have to be perfectly straight. However, it has to be connected. And I'll show you that in the end here. Alright, so we're doing good there. Go ahead and take that line from there. Oh, I touched the screen, so I'm going to have to undo that. Go again. And the reason I'm spacing it a little bit away from the applique is because I don't want it to stitch into the shoe. So I'm going to give myself a little breathing room there. There we go. Yep, don't care for that. I'm going to do that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Right between those two, connect right there. Alright, so then I'm going to touch this line. Let's move this over there. I'm going to touch this line here. And some people have their preferences. You know, I'm doing it this way basically because I want to show you. You can see it doing it with this stylus instead of using the mouse. I think I prefer the mouse a little bit better, but either way, you can accomplish the same things. Again, go for a little bit and then stop and then redo it again, because that way if you mess up you don't have to go back very far. I can see, okay. Alright, so we got that. And we're all the way around that other shoe. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to minus. Now what we want to do is we want to draw a line around this this part of the just on that blue line or just inside of it. And the way we're going to do that is with a stamp. So we're going to go ahead and pick a square, click OK, and you can see that in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to size it, and I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger till it gets just about out to that blue spot there. I go a little bit further there. Again, I want to keep this design inside that blue area, so I'm not going to quite go to the blue area. And now we're going to go this way to go to the top. And I notice that it's not perfectly centered, so I'm going to bring this down. And then I'm going to go ahead and go out a little bit more. And it looks like we're inside. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. Alright, now here comes the fun part. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill this area with some type of design. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go here. This right here selects what we want to do. Now if we just want to do stippling, we can press on this, and I'll do a couple of these so you can see what we're doing. And all we have to do is hit this fill button and then select this region in here. So as you can see, that is the fill that's going to go inside of that region. Don't pay attention to the colors. You can put any thread you want in there, whatever you want to do. Now, if I didn't get the line completed around one of those shoes, it would have filled the shoe, and you go, oh no, what did I do wrong? So let me go back. Let's get rid of that. And if that would have happened, let's say it was this shoe here, we would hit this, and I would go, maybe this here, and what I would do is I'd look around the shoe for where my where there was a line that wasn't touching, where it was an open, and just close it. Click on this again and close it. So again, you can see we would just look around the shoe, and if there was a spot that was open, we just close it with that, and then you're good to go. So we're going to go back to 100. All right, so I don't want that pattern, so I want to do a different pattern. So let's go ahead and go here, and I'm going to go to this right here, and it's going to open up all these different patterns that we can have. So I kind of think I want the maybe a street look or something. So I think I'm going to go, let's try this one. Okay. And then we'll get rid of the red so that it's, let's use a lighter color so it's easier to see in there. You know what? Let's use a brown so that you can see the thread anyhow. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to do this fill again. And I'm going to go here. Boom. So there it is. All right. The other thing that we want to do is, let's go back again. We have our lines here. Well, let's first go here. Let's go here. Let's do this. We're going to fill. Let's fill. And then we're going to hit next. All right. So what it's doing here is it's asking me how big do I want this pattern? Do I want to stitch around the border? So this is stitch around the border. Outline. I don't want an outline, so I'm going to turn it off. And over here is, this is at 100%. So if I wanted that to stretch that to be bigger, I'm going to go ahead and add in here. And I'm going to go to like an extreme so you can see the difference. Let's go, we'll go 150. And I'm going to hit, oh, before I do, yeah, let's do that right now. And we'll set that. We're going to hit preview. So you can see how much bigger this got. All right. Now the other thing is wow, it's all stitched around the foot and everything. It's actually an embroidery stitch. So let's go back and hit return. And up here you have select. So right now we've selected the feet. And so right now you see here it has selected the outside. I'm going to click this line and I'm going to do that double stitch and we'll leave it black. So now it's a single line instead of an embroidered line. And I'm going to do that for the shoes as well. So you can see the shoes here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and I'm going to do that double line you see there. Click OK, and we're going to hit preview again. OK. All right, so I kind of like that right now. I don't think it needs to be bigger. It could be. Let's go back and do that so you can see what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and select that again. And this is set at 150. Let's set it up a little higher. Let's go to 175 and we'll set that. And we'll preview it. And now you see how much bigger that got. And actually, I think that looks better. So what's going to happen when we set this? We have two different things that's going to happen. It's telling us that we have this thread right here, and then it says it's going to go to the black. Well, we don't want to stitch that black line around there. So when we embroider this, once we do this and it calls for a change to the black thread, we're just going to stop our process and we're going to end our embroidery. So at that point. So at this point we can go ahead and set this. Update the background image. Alright, and we're going to hit embroidery. Right, at this point, we're ready to go. And as you can see, we're in the brown, and it's going to stitch this right here first around all that, and then we're not going to do anything else with the blue. So I'm going to get the machine ready, and we'll show you how to do that. We want to take this through the process to make sure that we haven't, that we don't stitch into the shoe or into the blue area here. And one way that we can check on that is by going to our needle plus and minus here. And what we're going to do is we can just kind of cycle through. We have the exit we can see on here, which is our needle, and we can guide this. We can hit this, say 100 at a time. And I've got my laser on so I can kind of see things. But let's add 100. So I can see right now I'm over to this line over here, and I can see on my over here that it's not into the blue. So that looks great. And so you can go ahead and scroll around this whole design here and kind of check to see, you know, like right here, we're not even close to it. So that all looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back to the beginning. Right down there, and I'm going to hit back 1,000 so that I know that I'm at our starting spot, and I'm going to click OK. Alright, here we go. We're going to drop the foot, get the green light, and we're going to hit go. So it's going to stop and cut the thread and go back and forth. And here you have the finished product. There you go. So that's how you do it. Have a good day, my hooping buddies. Till next time.